The following podcast is recommended for mature audiences only. The following podcast is recommended for adults only. Maturity is not a requirement.
Hello and welcome to Dear Download, a podcast about Download Festival, music and the industry, and all other aspects related to rock and metal. This episode is all about Download Festival and the recent announcement we got of the first lot of bands announced. Probably was a better way to say that, but that's what came out. I am Adam, and as always, I'm here with Simon. How are you doing, my man?
Hello, good day to you, sir. Well, you just said that's exactly what happened.
What happened?
Bands were announced, so yeah, it's fine. That's a perfect explanation of what happened. Yeah.
They were. I just felt like there was better words I could have used. Anyway, how are you doing, my man? Did I already say that bit? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Well, you didn't. You kind of did, but you didn't.
What have you been up to the last couple of weeks apart from shaving your head?
Yeah, apart from the hair disappearing, not really much, to be honest. Not really much. Oh, actually, did you watch my Sonosphere video?
I did. Yeah.
Did you? Was that interesting information to you for the thing we do not talk about on this podcast?
It was. Yeah. You talked about Download a lot. But yeah, no, it was good. I enjoyed it.
It was a good comparison. Good comparison to use though, because it really was.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you're not going to compare it to anybody anything else.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought about it. But yeah, no, not much really. I'm just finalising these tracks, like I said, for the album. The single is pretty much ready to go now, so that'll be firing out onto Spotify shortly, and then the album will follow. So yeah, I've just been working on that, and then obviously, seeing the download announcement and thinking, okay. So, well, we'll talk about that.
Cool. I haven't been up to that much either, to be honest. So let's get into it.
Quickly, we have to mention that I'm sure a lot of you have seen, but we have an amazing collaboration hoodie with Broken Day Clothing. I mean, this is probably one of and I'm not just saying it, this is one of the best hoodies I've ever seen from a collaboration. It looks absolutely unbelievable. That back design is so sick. The front is metal as hell. Yeah. So, we want to thank you, Broken Day, because they've been so good to work with. Their designs are so cool. And we just want to get the best merch out there for you guys. So go and grab one because they are absolutely insane. I want to see as many of you motherfuckers wearing these things because they are so sick. So yeah, spread it everywhere. Share it where you can. We'll be sharing it for the next couple of weeks. Try and push as many as we can to get out. But yeah, go and buy them. They're so sick. Like, it's unbelievable. So yeah, go over to Broken Day Clothing or get over to their Instagram and get one of these things. Because yeah, it's just, I'm so happy with this design. I'm not going to take mine off ever. I'm just going to keep it on forever because that's how nice it is.
Yeah. It's only been out for, probably not even 48 hours yet. So we haven't got ours yet. But I have heard from Callum. He's obviously had a few of them before because of his business. He said that particular hoodie is the most comfortable hoodie he's ever worn. So I cannot wait to get ours. Well, get mine anyway. I'm not going to wear yours as well. That'd be weird. Yeah. No,
we want to buy one that will fit both of us in.
Yeah.
So we can be like some sort of two-headed monster in a Dear Download fucking hoodie.
Oh, I want to bite his head off.
Nah.
Yeah, looking forward to getting it. I'm so looking forward to getting mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did actually put a link to the Broken Day website in our Linktree last night. I'll probably put it in the episode description as well, just on its own. And you can get 20% off any orders if you spend more than £60 with them. You just have to use our code DearDownload20, all capitals, all one word, and you get 20% off. Use that at the checkout, and you get 20% off your order. Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you Broken Day is absolutely stunning. Before we talk about any of the bands, I want to ask you, how were you feeling on the day leading up to the announcement?
Terrified.
Terrified?
Well, yeah,
Explain.
terrified, worried. Well, that it would be this.
Okay. Elaborate.
I was basically just hoping that the rumours weren't true.
Yeah.
And that we'd predicted it wrong. Actually, I was hoping that we'd predicted it wrong. But obviously it's come out and it is exactly what we thought it would be. So
yeah.
I wasn't surprised necessarily, but I was I was kind of dreading this one. It was really weird. Last year, I really wasn't excited about the announcement, but then as soon as the announcement came out, I was like, wow, 0 to 100. Like,
yeah,
this is going to be amazing. Yeah, this year was very deflating.
Okay.
I would say.
And what about after then? A general overview of how you felt?
I felt okay. I looked at it sort of afterwards. I had a bit of a bigger peek into it, and I thought it's okay. It's okay. But
okay.
yeah, not as bad as it initially looked on the surface. Was my reaction.
Yeah. Okay. So leading up to it, I wanted to ask you because you were not excited at all for it the weeks leading up to it, but I wasn't sure if anything changed on the day.
No, last year it did. I wasn't looking up to it right up to the announcement. Then the announcement came, and like a switch was flicked within me.
Yeah,
I was automatically excited about download, but that hasn't happened this year.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I was quite busy on the day because it was my son's birthday as well. So I had work that day and then spending time with the family and him that evening. So I didn't really have much time to think before it was announced. But after it was announced, I was buzzing. I had adrenaline going.
Well, we know you were buzzing. Yeah, of course you were.
Yeah. But I know obviously you and everybody else who makes other content about it, would have been busy putting videos out and everything. I don't normally do that. I knew we were going to wait, but I felt a bit left out. So I was like, right, I need to put a video out saying we're going to do it. Eventually, it's coming out this Sunday, all right? Basically. So yeah, I made a video as well. I don't know if it was because of the video that I made as well, but I had adrenaline going for about 3 hours after the announcement. It was
wow.
Up until about 12:15, I looked at the clock and was like, I've still got adrenaline. I was still pumped. I was still buzzing about it. So like I said, I'm not sure if it was fully about the lineup or whether it was because I actually put that video out as well, which I don't normally do. But yeah, I love it. I absolutely love this year's lineup. Okay,
so we're I wouldn't say opposite ends of the scale because there's loads of good stuff in here.
Yeah,
but from surface, like whenever I glance at the lineup, we have two very, very varying different feelings.
Yeah. Okay, so starting from the beginning then, again, before any bands, Download have given themselves some lore and a story. They went, what are... So it's not just bands that are copying Sleep Token now, it's festivals. And they're gone, right, we need to have a backstory here and give these rings to the headliners.
I mean, I enjoyed that. I thought that, like we said, they hadn't really done a very good job, we don't think, up to this point. But I actually thought that little teaser video and the video were both excellent.
Yeah.
As much as I will get into, I didn't enjoy that the headliners were announced. The way they were announced was really cool. I thought that was actually a really cool and good move. So definitely a positive from me for the video itself because I thought it was cool. Really good.
Yeah, I think it was. Just need to do it a bit sooner. Waiting until November to do that, like people have been hyped for so long and then they get bored of being hyped, I think. If they put that out only like a couple of months after Download or have that playing at Download on the main screen, they're putting all that effort into making a video, show everyone at Download.
Yeah, oh my God, if you'd have played that at Download, people would have lost their minds, I reckon.
Yeah. Obviously,
absolutely lost their minds, yeah.
We know there's reasons why they can't do it. I mean, some festivals do it. We've actually spoken to Jenny and Danica before, and they said, there's lots of things in place that push them back to have to do it at that point. but I don't know, announce half the amount. Oh, it reminds me actually though. But yeah, announce half the amount of bands that you can a bit sooner. That's what I would love. But the other thing I've just remembered, just remembered that we need to talk about is there's over 90 bands on this poster. Last year,
a hell of a lot.
Yeah, last year there was 66, and I think they made a big point about that beforehand, saying we got 66 bands being announced on this date. Why didn't they say a number this time? Because there's more. I was expecting it to be fewer than 66 because they weren't making a big song and dance about how many they were going to be.
Oh,
and they would go like, oh, there's 90 bands. Like, okay, cool. That's that. Again, a positive, but not what I was expecting.
I think probably with the video and the other sort of stuff they were doing, they didn't really need to say how many bands were playing, where last year they probably put more emphasis on that because they weren't working on, some cool video like this.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just, it all depends. But I get what you mean. It's actually more than it was what they were bigging up. So why wouldn't you say, hey, do you know what, this year we've got even more bands?
Yeah.
But does that let down the second announcement a little bit? Because now the second announcement is going to be way less bands. Yeah.
So, because there's normally 3. Was there 3 last year? Or just 2? I think it was just 2. And I think it's only going to be 2 again this year. I don't think they'll do a third one.
I don't think there's enough bands to do that now.
No.
I mean, from that bottom row, you've pretty much covered off all of the Dogtooth for the whole fucking weekend almost.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bands on there.
Yeah. But I think
so.
Another thing last year, because maybe we only had 2, we got all of the District X stuff a bit earlier. So maybe they've switched the third announcement of bands to District X because, that's a much bigger thing than it used to be as well.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Yeah, something we should... I think we're in talks with getting them on again. So yeah, it's another thing that we can ask if we do get to chat with anybody who works there again. Yeah. Okay. How do you want to do this? You want to work from the bottom up or top down? Or is there any other general things about the poster or the announcement that you wanted to bring up before?
Not really. No.
No? Okay.
I think it's readable, which for a download lineup is always good.
Yeah.
You can read it, which is a start. So, no. Very good.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, sure.
Well, okay. We're maybe not start with the headline straight away. Right. I want to point out that we don't have Parkway Drive, which a lot of people wanted, but we do have a Melrose Avenue, who are also also Australian band.
There you go.
They've gone, what did Parkway Drive do? Oh yeah, and it's named themselves after a road. Oh, let's do the same.
Yeah. Right, what should we do? Okay, let's go bottom up then.
Okay.
Save the headliners till last because we're probably gonna have a lot to say about those.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We'll go alphabetical. I don't think we should talk about every single band because we won't have stuff to say about everyone. But we'll go through them alphabetically, and if there's something I have to say about one of them or you have to say, we'll stop on the one we want to talk about. Okay. Yeah. For me, the first one that catches my attention from the bottom section is As Everything Unfolds. They're an amazing band. I haven't listened to much of their stuff recently, but they didn't open the stage, but they were second on the Avalanche stage a couple of years back, maybe even 2022. And yeah, they're amazing. I'd love to see them again.
That's cool. I don't really know that much, but I know we did listen to them. I can't really remember what they sound like, though.
Yeah. Female vocalist. They had a bit of a hard time. I think their drummer died, who was actually with the vocalist while they were on tour a year or so ago. So it's good to see them, back at it and everything. You would expect they would be, but how do you move on from that? I could never imagine.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, actually. Well, I mean, I'll listen to them again, obviously, when we listen to all the bands. So we'll see what they're about. The next one that takes a little bit of my fantasy is Corrosion of Conformity, which I know a lot of people have been like, wow, okay, you got Corrosion playing, because, they got bangers for days. So that's one that would pick my eye, and definitely something that I would check out. And then right next to that is Decapitated, some great death metal. So
Yeah.
two bands right together that definitely tickle my balls, tickle my fancy.
Tickled your balls. Yeah, two bands that I have heard of, but I've not really listened to much of their stuff. So,
I think
we will.
Corrosion you might actually like. I think that's kind of within your wheelhouse.
Okay.
They're not Swedish, but
No, fuck them.
I think you might like their sound.
Okay, cool. The next one for me is Drain. So I have done a little bit of cramming already. The last couple of days since the announcement, I've been listening to some playlists, and I have heard some of these bands that I'd never heard of before. Drain are a hardcore band. When I heard them this morning, they actually reminded me of Pantera, and I was like, could this work? Could a new sounding Pantera work? To it's probably not going to be as big as Pantera, but I mean, a lot of people hate Pantera anyway because of him, because of Phil Anselmo. So it's like another band that sounds like them. They could just blow up, like take Pantera's place.
It's not 1992, so I doubt it, but it couldn't do them any harm sounding like Pantera.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard many bands that sound even close to sounding like Pantera.
Say what you will about Pantera, they're a very original sounding band. Although they took all of Sabbath and Kiss and they took loads of stuff and threw it together. They were very original, great, good drummer, shit hot bass player, one of the greatest guitar players of all time. Phil Anselmo's vocals were fucking unbelievable. So it was quite some feat for them to come up with what they did. Even when you listen to it now, you think that is like it's just stonking metal. So. Yeah, why wouldn't you want to sound like Pantera? Why don't more bands sound like Pantera?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, really. But it is, it's metal of the highest quality, so you do have to be very good.
Yeah. Good point.
Dinosaur Pile Up. They got announced for Trees as well, which is there is some crossover between festivals. I don't think Download probably cares if any of the bands play Trees necessarily, because it's not a very big festival.
Yeah.
They're not really a competitor to Download. Bloodstock is a different kettle of fish because it's a metal festival where you can have metal bands play Trees, but because it's not a metal festival, I don't think there's any exclusivity there depending on how big the band is. So yeah, they've been out and it's funny because they're all the way down there on this poster and they're a logo third from the top band on Trees. So it just shows you how different festivals perceive them.
Yeah.
But they're a really good band. I really like them, and be checking them out one or the other.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I did listen to them some more. I think I remember liking them. I definitely have listened to them before.
Yeah, I think you did. I think you listened to them and you were like, do you know what? Actually, this is pretty cool. But I don't think you delved back into any more of their stuff.
No. But of course I will for this now. Moving on, I know as a band we are both going to be excited for Drowning Pool.
Yeah.
Should we just talk about Spine Janker's set at the same time? I mean, they're both touring at the moment as well. So I was actually surprised that they were announced because it might affect their tour sales.
Well, I don't think it will. I mean, people would have already bought their tickets if they're going to go or not, most likely.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I was still thinking about going to it, but it's a Sunday night. It's in Bristol. But now that they've been announced for Download, there's almost zero chance that I would go to it if it hasn't happened yet.
You don't really need to, do you?
No, which is what made me think that. But either way, Drowning Pool. I'm looking forward to seeing Drowning Pool. Yeah,
great. They've got loads of great songs. From what I heard, they're pretty good live as well. So yeah, awesome, great band. Well up for it.
I don't know if I've ever seen them live.
No, I never have.
No, I don't think I have. But I mean, it's going to be good. Surprisingly, well, I might have told you before, I wasn't really that keen on their first album, Sinner. Is it Sinner as the first album?
What? How the hell were you not keen on that?
It didn't bother me. But their second and third album are absolutely incredible.
Okay.
Oh, what was it? Full Circle. And what was the one with the woman on a cover with a baseball bat?
Oh, yeah. The red and black one.
Step Up on it.
Can't remember the name.
Oh, I can't remember the name. But yeah,
gone from my
both of those albums are absolutely incredible. And they were with the this current singer as well, I believe, who was the singer of Soil.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
So, hopefully they play some of those. I would absolutely love that.
Yeah, I think that will go down an absolute treat, I reckon.
Yeah. Strange they're so low down, but yeah, we'll get to, we'll talk about that maybe when we get to Spineshank as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's your next one along there?
Well, I just want to say that there's a lot of bands on here that I recognise the names of, or some of them I just haven't seen at all. So we have a lot of homework to do on this one.
Yeah.
Normally the these kind of bands is where I'm like yes, because I'm quite down with new stuff. But there is a lot on here, and there are a lot of bands that I haven't listened to. So I got a lot of homework to do, and I'm sure I'll discover some awesome stuff. But before we get to Spineshank, let's just go with the elephant in the room at the bottom and let you say that one of your favourite bands is playing this festival.
Yes. Yeah, I noticed them straight away. As soon as it started going, I was looking through. I think I'd seen Story of the Year already, and then I was like, oh, what about Saliva? So I was looking through the second one, I was like, do you know what, I'm just skipping to S. And then I saw Self-Deception, I was like, no way. That could be part of the reason why I was buzzing for those 3 hours after both Story of the Year and Self-Deception. Again, we'll get to Story of the Year later. I would like to say that we played a part in getting them to this festival, possibly. But I know they've done a lot of work and done a lot of tours themselves. They toured with Electric Callboy. So, I mean, that's probably what did it. But, I put a lot of... I bigged them up in a lot of videos and a lot of episodes.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah. I would like to...
You've been a huge supporter of this band. He's also busy mates with this band, because we were standing there talking to these guys for about 40 minutes. We were very much bonding. They were very nice chaps that we got on with a lot.
Yeah.
We probably could have just stayed in there and had a drink with them all night. So Adam is busy mate with the guys in Self-Deception, and they're an awesome band as well. So yeah. I could imagine you just couldn't be happier, really.
No, I couldn't. I was wearing my Self-Deception hoodie at the time as well. So yeah, nice. I am so looking forward to it. Their set is not going to be long enough. They're too low down. But it's going to be incredible anyway, though.
You better be getting to the barrier for that shit.
Oh, absolutely. Mate.
You better be fighting your way through and going, get the fuck out my way, because I'm fucking here.
I will be.
Good.
And do you know what?
I want to see some good footage from the front, dude. Like,
yeah, of course. I don't know if you do the same. Oh no, you're not in any of the in the Facebook groups or anything. Okay, I talk to you guys listening. I don't know if any of you guys do this, but something I do when I see people putting the posters up of who they're going to see and who they're not going to see and who they may see, I generally don't care too much about looking much through them. But there's always one or two bands, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if they're going to go, if they, going to go see Self-Deception, or it was Anti-Saint before when they were playing. It was like, oh, I wonder if they've got Anti-Saint on theirs. Have they got Anti-Saint? And so yeah, everyone I'm looking at, I'm like, oh, are they going to see Self-Deception? And not many people have highlighted it. Yeah. But yeah, I was going to ask if you do the same, but you don't really.
No, I don't really care, and I don't have the Facebook groups. Well, yeah. Trust me, all of the good messages, all of the fun stuff comes our way via the Discord or via our little WhatsApp group. So either way, I get all the good stuff. Don't worry, I just miss all of the annoying stuff, which I'm very happy about.
Cool. But yeah, I think it's just because I do like a lot of obscure stuff, so I'm like, oh, how many other people are into the obscure bands that I like? And I'm sure every single one of these bands on here, there are a certain group of people that do that for them as well, probably. So,
definitely.
Self-Deception for me. But yeah, let me know if you're listening. Let me know. Come and join it. Let us know in the Discord if you do the same and what bands it's for. I'm curious. But yeah,
I'm glad. I'm really happy for you. When I saw it on there, I was happy for you. So I'm very happy for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
We'll move on quickly. Is Silent Planet an Iron Maiden reference? Question mark. I know nothing about that band.
I don't know. I haven't looked properly yet.
Not saying they have to sound like Maiden. I'm just wondering if it is a Maiden reference, but it's probably not.
But
it's probably just a coincidence.
They stood out to me because of Iron Maiden as well. Yeah. So I haven't had a chance to look.
I think the last two we probably want to talk about. Well, I certainly do. We'll do them as a double, which is Snot and Spineshank right next to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, Snot, obviously legendary new metal band that a lot of people absolutely love. Haven't seen them on any stuff sort of for a very long time. Obviously, I'm sure they've been going, but I haven't really been taking any notice of that. So to see Snot, Spineshank, and Drowning Pool in a lineup is like, have we travelled back in time here? Like, have we gone back in time? Something's happening. And Spineshank are easily one of my favourite metal bands. So, you know, I just absolutely love that band. So to see them on there is like, yes. And I know obviously, like you said, they're touring with Drowning Pool and Head PE, which is just fantastic 3 bands. I was hoping that Head PE would be on this poster, which would have been even more awesome. But they're not on there. I know for a fact that they don't have a good relationship with some booking people.
Okay.
They fell out years ago with someone. There was an interview about it, and ever since then, they haven't been booked on any big tours because they fell out with someone or something. So I don't know how far that goes. But yeah, to see Snot and Spineshank together on there is awesome. And I know a lot of people have been like, Spineshank, oh my God, Spineshank. So I'm sure that will get quite a big crowd, I reckon. Like Spineshank, Snot, and Drowning Pool, I think will be really good pools for that 4th stage if that's where they're going to be put.
Yeah. I mean, they absolutely should be higher. If it was 2006, they'd be main stage. But
oh my God, if it was 2001, they would be, they'd be logo bands.
Yeah. But yeah, I've never seen Spineshank. Something that gets me is I've seen so many people talking about Spineshank, saying how they're an underrated band and, you know, a hidden gem and stuff. And I'm like, no, anybody who was alive or anybody who was into this kind of music in the early 2000s knew about Spineshank. They weren't an underground band at the time. They were huge. It's just they didn't stand the test of time. Well, no, maybe not. Not that they didn't stand the test of time.
Well, they broke up. So breaking up and not making records it's not really fair to say they didn't stand the test of time.
Yeah,
but
no.
They didn't break some glass ceilings that other bands broke. But back in the day, they weren't underrated because everyone knew who they were. But now they're definitely an underrated band because their music's so good. They probably should have been bigger than they were.
Yeah. Oh no, but they were still huge. They just sort of dropped off because, like you said, they broke up. People stopped talking about them a bit, maybe. I
mean, they made that album in 2003, and then they didn't make another album till 2012. So
yeah, okay, yeah,
that's quite a big void of not making music. If they would have continued to, you know, bring an album in 2005, 12, whatever, who knows where they would have been?
Yeah,
but they just kind of went away. So
yeah.
I mean, I guess, you know, we talked about it multiple times. In 2003, nu metal was dead, bro. So if you were classed, and I don't think they ever were a nu metal band necessarily.
No, I
think
don't
they had
think
nu
they
metal
were.
elements. Yeah. I think they're more of an industrial metal band than they ever were a nu metal band. But because they came with those waves of bands, they got painted with the same brush as everyone else. So when nu metal died out, people thought bands like Spineshank weren't fashionable anymore and, you know, weren't getting the record deals and stuff that they probably should have been getting. So a bit tough for bands like that to come out of that period and still be big again.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, that album that came out, what was the album called? It's just evading me in 2003.
Which one?
2003, with the beginning of the end. And
so the name of the album was Self-Destructive Pattern. That and Height of Callousness, it's tough between which one's a better album, but I actually think that Self-Destructive Pattern is slightly better because I think it's more consistent all the way through.
Yeah.
Like that album, unfortunately, came out in such a bad time. If that would have came out in 2000, honestly, that band would have been skyrocketed. But it just came out in that dark time, like Cold Chamber's Dark Days as well. I think that's probably the best Cold Chamber album, but it came out in 2003 when, you know, no one cared anymore.
Yeah.
It's just so sad that these bands released probably their best stuff right at the end of when the sort of music they're involved in was the biggest. So, yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, do you know, I completely forgot about The Height of Callousness. But I never got into that album. But Self-Destructive Pattern was, like I said, 10 out of 10 album. Every single song 10 out of, well, no, not every single song was 10 out of 10, but no skippable tracks. It was just
Stick it
such
start to
an
finish.
incredible album. So if you haven't listened to it, go and listen to it. It's strange. It really is strange to me because to me, I think Spineshank are one of the bands that everybody would have heard. Everybody would know their stuff. Everybody would revisit if even if they're young, but doesn't always happen. And we've talked about it recently. 18, 19-year-olds. There's so much from the early 2000s that you probably don't know about. People don't talk about. So,
but that's good. That's good. That's why this lineup harkens back in a lot of ways to the 2000s. And that's good because it means that the dads and the kids are all happy.
Yeah, I mean, just generally, we'll talk about it in more detail at the end, but generally, this lineup has got everything. It's got a bit of everything.
It's very diverse.
Yeah. And until we start listening to them and we realise all the bands that we've never heard of before are all the same. And it's alt pop with a female singer.
alt pop, man.
No, I don't know. I'm joking. So there was another one I wanted to talk about on here just after Spineshank. I did hear Gate Creeper earlier, and I thought it sounded okay.
Gate Creeper are good.
Was there any others that I heard this morning? I heard a song from Last Train, which I wasn't keen on. I think was there anybody else under this lot? Via Nova. I think I heard one from them. And it just reminded me of, Jesus Christ, my brain's gone. Reminded me of Dead by April. And it sounded like a 90s boy band song to begin with. So
okay.
I want to check more of them out. And I think I'm thinking of the right one. I don't know. It was this morning. I was very busy at work. The other band I wanted to talk about on here, just after Spineshank, is a band called Spitting Glass. Have you seen much on them or read much? No?
Not at all.
So they have no music out. No music whatsoever. Not on any platform. Who does that remind you of?
Who does it remind me of?
Who did the same last year? Yeah, President. Apparently Spitting Glass is a side project of 3 from Sleep Token, and has Fit for an Autopsy singer, and there was 2 others from a band that I'd never heard of. People were talking in the Discord earlier. But again, they've skipped the grassroots part of music and gone straight to playing festivals. So I'd imagine they are, they're in with the same people. Yeah. It's starting to get a bit out of hand, if you ask me.
Well, we'll see. Actually, the President EP didn't actually really end up being that good for me. So the hype outweighed the actual execution of the music.
Okay,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
So we'll see what these guys come up with. But nepotism is real in the music industry, people.
What does that mean?
It just means, these people already have a foot in, or they're already related to people within the industry, so they get a step ahead of everyone else because they are what they are.
Yeah.
So it's like we said before, when we've been doing this podcast for 3 years, but if someone in a band started one, they would automatically jump us for numbers instantly because they've already done something within that same sort of remit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Oh, I was going to say then. I mean, it's the age-old saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
And I would have liked to have thought that the music industry is different, but we've learned
look at
it's not.
bands like Wargasm.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible band.
Yeah.
But 2 of their dads are like in the music industry, so they get pushed to hell, even though they're fucking awful.
Yeah.
It's just that sort of stuff that happens all the time. So
anyway, it's only a small.
It's I'm in a band. I'm the nephew of someone from Def Leppard. Yeah, your band's shit, mate. But somehow you're still playing Download.
Yeah. Anyway, it's only a small part of this poster, but
yes.
It's still.
Sorry, I can't go off on my nepotism rant.
It's still a bit annoying, if you ask me. You're like, in an ideal world, I would like it so everything is equal, everyone has a chance, but it's the same as everything else.
Let's move on. So yeah, that was the small band. We got a lot of listening to do.
Yes, we have. There are a lot of bands there that I've heard a lot of people talking about. Lake Malice is one of them. Unpeople, I've heard a lot of people talking about. Tailgunner headlined the Dear Download stage last year. So yeah, a lot of good listening to do. Melrose Avenue, though, definitely. Moving up, Ash is a surprising one, but very good.
Yeah, Ash are a fantastic band. Me and Shu were talking about our love for Ash. Very, very good. A band I didn't expect to see on there, but a very, very welcome one that I'm sure they got bangers for days. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will. And there's a band on there as well, which is sort of in the same vein, but a band that I've loved for a long time and is a former Download headliner, but we'll talk about those when we get to them. But yeah, Ash is a welcome addition to this lineup that will be very good.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And another reason why it's sort of what I'm trying to say here, the whole sort of lineup is being pulled apart to so many different genres, and Ash is completely different to most things that we've had before.
I mean, you've got Decapitated and Ash on the same lineup. You know, that gives you an inkling as to how varied the lineups at Download can be.
Yeah. Bloody Wood, I know, are very popular. I've liked a couple of songs. Not something I listen to that much. I don't know how much of a fan you are of them, if any.
Oh, a big fan. They absolutely destroyed the main stage in 2023 on that Sunday. Oh boy, fantastic.
Nice. And then one of your favourite bands of all time, Bush, as well. I was very happy. I was similar with Self-Deception. I was happy for you when I saw that as well. I really was.
There's nothing more I love than Gavin Rossdale's presence anywhere. But he is very welcome at Download. And yeah, I mean, Bush have been knocking it out of the park for years. I've been saying this. The new album was a little bit more of a grower than their last couple, but consistently good. One of my favourite bands of all time. They're just always welcome on any lineup for me, but it's really great to have them at Download. And hopefully, I mean, they might be on the second stage or high up on the Avalanche stage would be fantastic as well. So yeah, anywhere really would be great. But yeah, any Bush set is welcome.
Dogstar is Keanu Reeves' band.
Yes.
I can't say I've ever heard any of their music though, so. I
think I remember listening and thinking, that's mid, but fair play. He's in a band. That's cool. Keanu Reeves is a cool guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, very welcome at Download.
Cool. Yeah, obviously I listened to them. Band I haven't heard for a long time, but used to hear their name all the time is Hollywood Undead. I don't know much about them, if I'm honest.
I never liked Hollywood Undead. I listened and I just thought, oh, God,
okay.
Really? But everyone else I know absolutely loved Hollywood Undead, and they were going to all the shows and everything. I never liked them. They never done it for me. So yeah. But I'm sure a lot of people will be very excited by Hollywood Undead on the lineup.
Yeah, me either. But yeah, exactly the same as you. It's like they were a cult band. Everybody just loved them, like more than anybody else. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that'll be interesting. Moving on to the second of three Swedish bands on this lineup is Imminence.
Who are Imminence? What kind of tunes do these guys rock out?
Oh, I can't remember now, but they did play it again a couple of years ago, and we both liked them. But
okay.
I can't remember exactly what they sounded like.
Okay. Well, we'll check them out again. I'm sure they'll be pretty good if we liked them the last time. But yeah, you can tick off all the Swedish bands in the world that you have to see these guys because they're Swedish. So
yeah, I made a playlist actually. I made a Download lineup playlist of all the Swedish bands. I did put it in the Discord, but nobody clicked on it and pointed it out. And I was like, "What are you doing? This is Swedish bands." So I spent 30 minutes to make a joke that nobody got.
Oh well, sometimes they're only for you to laugh at. I get that a lot. Tell a lot of jokes in this house. Vicky doesn't laugh at them. Sad.
I bet she's laughing inside, just doesn't want you to know that you're funny.
Yeah. Or she goes into the kitchen afterwards and just laughs at how pathetic I am, which is probably the more likely.
Very unlikely, in my opinion. Kubla Khan.
We'll
Texas. They're from Texas. I assume TX means Texas.
Fuck knows.
Fuck knows. Well, they're a big big hardcore band or something, aren't they?
Yeah, they're big. They're big. People were going mad for them at Bloodstock. So yeah, I mean, again, something I would listen to and think that's really good, but nothing I would go out of my way to listen to personally. I'm very picky, especially when it comes to hardcore. And it's very good. You know, all those old school beatdowns and all that shit. So very cool. The crowd will be ludicrous for this show. So yeah. If you don't, if you can't handle pits, don't be anywhere near this Kubla Khan show. It's gonna go off. So yeah, but fair play to them. They're doing really well. Yeah, and like more power to them. Very well done.
Cool. There's a few that I haven't really got much to say about that next. We're not going to say too much, but I mean, Landmarks. I've seen a lot of people talking about. I'm looking forward to listening to them. Let Live. I think I've heard a couple of songs. I'm looking forward to them as well, or looking forward to listening again. Mammoth. Was that Van Halen's son? What's his name? Van Halen.
Was that
again? There a couple of years ago. Yeah, Will Van. I don't know. Mammoth Van Halen or the other bloke. I don't know. Next big one. Paleface Swiss. Do you know much about them?
No, I think they play Bloodstock, but I didn't like them.
Okay. Yes, basically all of their stuff is the Slipknot when he was doing his snorting and going mental stage in the first album.
Oh, okay.
Just like shouting randomly at stuff. I can't think of it. I can't think of Listen to it. And yeah,
okay, basically, yeah, I will.
Slipknot's first album condensed into one band. Periphery are a band I'd never really heard much before. I heard an album earlier and I was like, this is really good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They fall within that sort of modern metalcore sort of thing that I'm not really into that much. But whenever I do, again, I look like Kubla Khan. I like their stuff, but I wouldn't get out of my way to listen to it. If I heard it, I'd be like, that's really good. But I would never stick them on. Yeah. You know? But again, another really good get for download.
Yeah. From what I heard earlier, I think they are a band that I could get into generally, listen to more of their stuff. But,
nice.
Looking forward to hearing more. POD, how big a fan were you of them?
Payable on Death. Very big fan of the first couple of albums. Very, very big. I think Satellite is one of the best new metal albums ever made. They've got a lot of other good tunes as well from the couple of albums afterwards and a couple before. So yeah, I mean, I would 100% watch POD and probably rock out to a lot of their songs. So yeah, and again, cool. It's sort of, my mind is warping to see Ash, POD, Drowning Pool, Snot, Spineshank, because it's just taking me back to the really early 2000s. So yeah,
which is I think is fine. You want a few on here, what's that? Maybe 5 or 6 bands from that era maximum, and we're happy. We're happy with that. We're getting stuff from that era. It doesn't matter who they are, as long as they, are a big band from that era. So yeah, it's cool.
Definitely
excellent. But I was listening to some stuff last night. I was listening to a playlist, and I was doing dishes or something, and a song came on. I was like, "What idiot put Eminem on here?" And it was a POD song, because I haven't heard much of their stuff, if I'm honest. But it must have been. I think it was the guy from POD. It was like, really sounded like Eminem for one of their songs.
Yeah, they got a lot of rap stuff as well. They got a lot of heavy stuff, but he's a very good vocalist, very diverse. Do the whole rapping thing. He's a good singer as well.
Yeah. I want to listen to some more. Because of it.
Yeah, they're really good, dude. They're really good. I'm surprised they weren't one of your big bands back in the day, if I'm honest.
Yeah, me too. I really liked some of their singles. I'll tell you something though. The Youth of the Nation came on this morning. I haven't heard that for a long time properly.
Good song.
Yeah, the D&D podcast I was listening to recently, at the end of the show they would say, NADPOD, NADD, POD. And to start with, they were singing the Youth of the Nation. Just randomly because great. They said POD. And it was fun and funny to begin with, but after about 10 episodes they were scripting it, and it was just quite cringy after that. And they did it for another 90 episodes. They probably still do it.
Well, don't blame POD for that.
No. But yeah, it was like, it was funny when it was not planned. People just started singing. But yeah, it's just like, oh, you're still doing this? Why?
That's why we don't schedule things on this show, because we like to be a bit more rampant.
Yeah. After POD, Rory is a big one.
Let's just go. Should we just skip all that? Come on, I know what you want to talk about.
Sleep Theory.
Let's just talk about it. Yeah.
Sleep Theory. One song of Sleep Theory came on last night, and I fucking loved it. I really, really enjoyed
nice.
it. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
And now, come on. Talk
now,
about the
story
thing
of the year. I've wanted story of the year every year since 2003. 23 years later, they're finally here.
For those of you who can't see Adam right now, which is all of you, he is currently wearing a Story of the Year T-shirt. So this just tells you how much he loves this band. And we spoke about these guys on the last episode, and they were excellent.
Oh yes, you've listened to the album. Yes, of course. I was like,
yeah, we listened to the album, and I really enjoyed them. So it's definitely something I would be checking out as well, and something I'm just really happy for Adam that Story of the Year and Self Deception are on this lineup. I'm just very happy for you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I should be saying thank you. It feels weird to say thank you, but yes, that is cool. I appreciate that, and I am so happy they're there. I'm almost certain they're going to do an acoustic set as well. Maybe not a proper acoustic set in the Doghouse. Maybe they'll be put on the other one as well. But because people know Story of the Year from the first album, Page Avenue. So Story of the Year have done two things. They've done Page Avenue and Page Avenue Acoustic, according to most people, I think. They just sort of didn't care about, I just making this up, but yeah, that's their most popular stuff, is the first album and the first album acoustic. So yeah, it was massive. People love the acoustic songs from their first album. So I'm certain they'll get them doing some kind of acoustic stuff somewhere, which would be cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. By the way, do you have my Story of the Year hoodie?
Yes.
You do? Excellent. I'll have to get that back sometime.
Yeah, it was, I was going to bring it up. I was going to say, I've got something of yours. Yeah, I don't know when you left it in my car, but it's in my cupboard.
Probably download.
Yeah. So don't worry, it's safe. It's not going anywhere.
Fantastic. You'll
get it back.
But yeah, so I had been waiting since 2003 to see. No, 2005 it would have been, since I got in the Wake of Determination. Okay, so I lied a minute ago. But since then to see them, and I saw them around this time last year for the first time ever, and it was incredible. So I'm looking forward to seeing them again.
Nice, yeah. That'll be good, man.
Yeah, cool. South Arcade, do you like much of them?
No idea who they are.
Okay. Female-fronted band. They're all quite young. She looks very cool because she's wearing long, baggy three-quarter lengths. Basically, they look like they should be from 2003 as well. But they probably weren't alive in 2003. I don't know how
they're probably like 2 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool, fun, kind of pop punk. But some weird. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You should listen to it. One thing that puts me off though, I really enjoyed it, and then I saw some comments on some of the music saying basically she's got way too many effects and stuff on her voice. And now I can't hear anything other than that. And I'm like, do you know what? Yeah, it's kind of cheating a little bit. It's kind of like, it's probably not even close to what you sound like. So it's, like I said, it put me off a little bit. But I still enjoy it. I think I still enjoy it. Just didn't like them as much as I did.
Think, dude, every singer's got that on their voice these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
have a listen.
Some more than others, but
have a listen. You're way better.
Everyone's using something.
Yeah, you're way better with hearing that kind of thing than me. So let me know if it's too much, if you think it's too much, or when we listen to them, of course.
Yeah.
Only a couple more I want to talk about on this bit. Any others that you want to talk about?
No, just some I've heard. Obviously, Tom Morello, that's a big get. Always is when he plays. Throne, I've heard a few things about.
The third Swedish band on the list.
There you go. Thornhill, who I know a lot of people like, and Those Damn Crows, who are big with a lot of people. So not bands I like necessarily, but bands that will pull people in and people will enjoy. So yeah, I'm all here for that.
Yeah,
when it's for download.
I think there's a few We Came as Roman songs that I like. That there was a lot of their songs on that Bring Me the Horizon playlist that I was listening to after 2023. So yeah, I would like to listen to some of them deliberately and sort of take into account what albums they're from and stuff like that.
Nice.
Cool. So yeah, that is the second tier of bands. Moving up to the logo bands before the headliners. We'll skip the first one if you like. Cypress Hill.
Why are we skipping the first one?
I don't think you like them, do you?
So we can still talk
Do you
about
actively hate them? I don't know much about them.
I don't actively hate them. I just don't like them.
Okay. I think they might have had a couple of songs on that playlist as well, but I don't know how many. It might be a couple of songs I like of theirs, but not much. Again, I want to listen to it.
Yeah. We're talking about Bad Omens, by the way, people. So, like, I don't like them at all.
Sorry, I should have said that.
I don't like them at all, but I know that there are so many people that love this band. So, more power to you. Enjoy them. That's what I'm going to say. Good draw for download. They're a very big, popular new band, and again, that can't hurt them having them on anyone's lineup. So, enjoy Bad Omens.
It was Bad Omens that pulled out a couple of times, isn't it?
Were they the ones that pulled out and then Funeral for a Friend headlined instead?
I think they were. Yeah.
So fair play. The people that missed out on Bad Omens, you'll get. If you're going to go this year, you're finally getting your Bad Omen fix. So fair play to your lads.
Yeah. I think I would like to listen to some more of Bad Omens. Cool. Cypress Hill.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Really awesome. Really left field as well. They do have a band, so they are a hip hop band.
Okay.
So, I mean, it fits perfectly. I don't understand why we don't have more hip hop acts at Download. If I'm honest, it fits in like in the early, like we keep talking about the early 2000s, but it's that time repeated these days. Hip hop and metal were like interlocked, man. Like everyone we know that listened to metal, they also listen to hip hop. Like those two genres were very fixed, and I know that there was a lot of collaborations between the metal bands and the hip hop people, and they were all buddy and all loads of shit. So I don't understand why more festivals like Download, but especially Download, don't take advantage of the great hip hop acts that are out there as well to fill their boots with, especially when it's a lineup that's all over the place like this one is. Yeah.
I don't really know much about them, so I don't really have much to input into that.
Just really great, just really, really, really great hip hop.
Yeah.
If you like hip hop, you'll like this band, and you'll probably get something out of it anyway. And I'm sure everyone will be lighting up a doobie and just fucking jamming to Cypress Hill. I reckon that it'll be pretty good live.
Yeah. Almost certainly going to be playing underneath Limp Bizkit, you reckon?
Oh, definitely. I mean,
I have to.
You probably couldn't choose a more perfect band to go into Limp Bizkit than Cypress Hill. So, yeah, Cypress Hill into Limp Bizkit, that is friggin' awesome. It was
deliberate. They want people to smoke weed to chill out before Limp Bizkit. Yeah.
That's what it is. The smoke resonating across the crowd will nullify everyone's pits.
Cool. Trivium.
Yeah, Trivium.
Yeah.
I mean, saw them this year at Bloodstock. Amazing live. I don't know if they'll still be doing their Ascendancy shtick by this point. I assume that will be new album and best of set, I would have thought, rather than them doing the Ascendancy stuff. So, yeah, I mean, a best of Trivium set at Download is always welcome.
Yeah, cool. I would look forward to Trivium as well. I don't know much of we've talked about them recently. I don't know much of their stuff after the second album, really, isn't it? After Ascendancy, anyway. But I'm looking forward to listening to some more.
There are some stonking albums in there. Stonking album. Sin in the Sentence is probably my favourite of the modern ones. And Court of the Dragon, the last one, was really fucking good as well. So,
okay.
Yeah, plenty of homework, but plenty of good stuff as well.
Yeah, and I've said a couple of times recently, I've been taking my proper overhead headphones to work to listen to this stuff in the mornings, because I've struggled with just my small earphones. And we'll talk about that a bit more in a bit, actually, for another band. But yeah, okay. So I'm looking forward to listening to Trivium properly. Because you told me to listen to some more of their stuff. It's going back quite close to the beginning. And I listened to a few of their albums, but I just couldn't get into it. But I was working. I had just one headphone in, or one earphone. I'm looking forward to listening properly to them.
Yeah. I think you'll get a kick out of some of the stuff, definitely.
Yeah. Architect. I think I like Architect.
I like a couple of Architect songs. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I did watch half their set of Bloodstock and thought they were really, really, really good. So, and again, huge band, know, with a lot of people. So I'm sure a lot of people were absolutely buzzing that Architects are playing.
Yeah. They keep catching me off guard. Like I'll hear. Last night I was listening, and I was like, this sounds like Sixth, and I went over and it was Architects. I was like, awesome, interesting. But yeah, so often
Nice.
one of their songs comes on and I really, really like it. But I've tried listening to an album and I couldn't get into an album for some reason. I don't know which albums I've listened to at the minute, but I am looking forward to listening to them more and more deliberately.
Yeah.
Electric Callboy, got much to say about them?
Not a fan at all, but didn't they cancel in 2024? I think they pulled out, didn't they, in 2024?
Yes, they did, yeah. And then they played Slam Dunk last year.
Yeah, all the continuous download people that obviously have been going and missed them that year will be very happy that they're on there. I don't like them personally, but they got a lot of energy and people really like them. So again, yeah, perfectly good. I'm sure people will enjoy.
Yeah, cool. I do like them. I got quite bored of them quite quickly. I still enjoy their music, but the novelty wore off, I think, quite quickly for me. Although a great band, they're going to be amazing to see live.
Yeah, I'm sure live it will have all the energy going for it. So yeah, probably worth a watch.
Yeah. Few more here. I mean, I'll skip through a few. You can come back to them if you want. Hellstorm, great band. I know Kay loves them. Ice Nine Kills, Kay loves them as well. I love baby metal. So, depending on who's playing at the same times, we'll be going to see them, a few of them, yeah.
So, Rain confirmed?
Yeah.
For Download Festival?
Yep.
Yeah. Rain confirmed, people. You heard it here first. Baby metal playing. Baby metal at Download equals Rain.
Mm-hmm.
Although, when they played in 2018, it didn't rain, so...
Yeah, and I've heard, I saw like a Facebook post. I didn't confirm whether it was true or not, but someone said like 2016 they were not a logo band. It rained. 2018 they were a logo band. It didn't rain. The next time they weren't, and it did rain. They were a logo band, so there's not going to be rain.
Okay.
So I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm not superstitious anyway, so that's a ridiculous thing. But I thought it was funny when I saw it.
We'll see. Okay, we'll fire off a couple more. So Pendulum, that's a great one again.
Yeah.
In 2023, they were amazing. Had a huge crowd as well on that main stage. So yeah, love Pendulum. Always fantastic live band as well. Get people singing along. Pretty Reckless. I know Vicky was like, "Oh, I love the Pretty Reckless." So I'm sure a lot of people will be excited about them as well. And they'll probably draw a pretty big crowd. Same for Black Veil Brides, a band that seems to be really popular with the 2010ers.
Yeah.
The 2010ers, people that discovered metal in the 2010s I'm referring to.
Yeah.
They absolutely fucking love Black Veil Brides. So, yeah, I'm sure, again, like they always do it down, they draw a massive crowd and the floor will be soaking wet.
Yeah. From the women, yeah. I see that we're getting at.
I didn't want to actually say the reason why. I thought people could... sort of use their imagination,
They probably would have got it easier than I did, quicker than I did. I had to confirm it to make sure that my mind is working properly. I first heard these around the same time as Bring Me the Horizon's Throne. I assume, like you said, and that was 2010s, wasn't it?
Yes.
That sounds about right to me. And I quite liked a couple of their songs. And then I heard nothing about them for years. And then it's only recently I've sort of seen sort of American festival Facebooks and stuff talking about them. So I just assumed people weren't as interested over here as they were in America. But being a logo band, of course they are still. It's just I didn't see it or didn't see anything or pay attention.
Yeah, I mean they're still a big band. They're still big. I mean, I'm not saying they're as big as over here as they are in America, and I don't know what they're like in Europe. But yeah, people in the UK love Black Veil Brides, so they'll do well.
Yeah, cool.
They'll do well. Behemoth, a band that I should love because they do everything that I love that other bands do, but I just don't love them. And Behemoth haven't clicked with me yet. And I'm sure a lot of people will be like, but why, Simon? There's so much like other bands you listen to. And I know they are, but Behemoth's just I haven't got it yet. I haven't got on board. But again, huge. I mean, they subbed for Slipknot the last time they played. So
did they? Huh.
Yeah, they subbed for Slipknot. So huge band, massive band.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see where they're put on the list, basically.
Yeah. Cool. Mastodon? You talk about Mastodon?
Yeah, fantastic. Obviously sad because of the passing, of course. So everyone's going to be a little bit sad about that. But I'm not even joking you. I know this is going to sound crazy, but seeing them without him, the last time I saw them was the best time I've ever seen Mastodon play. So it's kind of weird. Their new guitarist is so insanely good. And I kind of think the band sounded and felt revitalized at Bloodstock. It legitimately was the best Mastodon performance I've ever seen. So I have a feeling that they're a little bit revitalized. They'll be doing some new stuff. The new album probably should be out by that point as well. And for me, everything Mastodon touch album-wise is gold, always. So yeah, Mastodon is a band that I will always get out of my way to spend time with album-wise and to see live.
Cool. Yeah, so I messaged you earlier, didn't I? And I took a screenshot and was like, this is amazing. You have told me to listen to that album before, and I have listened to it, and I wasn't interested in it. So again, touching on what I said earlier about actually listening properly with my proper headphones, like it just all went in, and I was like, this is incredible. Why have I not liked them before? But it's down to a bad worksman blames his tools. You just have to ignore everything that I've said the last 4 years.
That's happened to me loads of times where I've listened to an album and been like, I'm not feeling this, bro. And then 5 years later, I listen to it and I'm like, this is fucking amazing. What on God's green earth was I thinking when I was listening to this the first time? It just happens. Sometimes you're not in the right frame of mind.
Yeah.
You're in a different vibe, or you're doing something, or you're busy, or I try and give music as much breathing time as possible when I listen to it, but sometimes stuff just doesn't click with you. It's just not the time that you click with that band or that album. So
yeah,
it's happened to me a ton.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah,
so,
to be fair, that happened to me with the Story of the Year album when it first came out. I didn't care about it. Years later, I listened again and I was like, this is an amazing album. Why didn't I listen to it?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking some people might be interested in what song it actually was. I don't know if you remember.
It was the Motherlode.
Yes, it was a Motherlode. Excellent. And the Periphery song I said about earlier was Alpha. I took a screenshot of that and sent it to Simon as well. And it's like, this is amazing. But yeah, so Mastodon, I'm going to listen to some more. I'll probably just click all of it now, probably.
I hope so, because your life will infinitely be better with Mastodon albums in it.
Yeah. The All American Rejects, you a fan?
Yeah. I watched the headline set at, was it headline or sub-headline? I can't remember. I think they were sub-headlining for You Me at 6 at Slam Dunk a few years ago. Really good. They sounded really good. And they got a lot of songs that I really like. So yeah, like that would be one for me I would definitely be checking out. Like they got a lot of good tunes. I'm not familiar with their newer stuff, but it's something that I would listen to based on how good their older stuff is.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, me too. I absolutely love When the World Comes Down. Listen to it over and over and over again when I was at uni.
Nice.
Every song. Yeah, very good. Feeder, you said about them earlier.
Very excited. One of my favourite British bands of all time. Absolutely stonking band. Tons of great albums. Tons of great songs. This band has headlined Download Festival before.
Yeah.
Believe it, and people are going, oh, Feeder on the lineup, but no one's remembering that Feeder once headlined this festival. In 2005 they did headline, which is even now to look back on, it's mad. It was mad then, it was mad now. But they done a day that was tailored towards the sort of lighter side of rock music, and
everyone was calling it Indie Day because it was Fridays. It had never had a Friday before that. Yeah,
if you look now, it's not the bands on it aren't actually very indie at all. I think it's just the metalers overcompensating. Okay. It was more of a rock day than an indie day, I would say.
Right.
But still very good. And yes, I love Feeder. Absolutely love Feeder. So that one for me stood out straight away because I was just like, yes, fucking love Feeder so much.
Cool. I don't think I know much of the stuff. So, another one I'm looking forward to listening to. The next three I don't really know much either, so I'll let you take it away for them.
So yeah, Cavalera or Cavalera Conspiracy, although it doesn't say Conspiracy. A lot of people have been saying it's Cavalera Conspiracy, Chaos AD. But Cavalera Conspiracy had their own music, where this is the Cavalera brothers playing Chaos AD. So I'm not actually sure which iteration of the band this is. I think it's the Cavalera brothers playing all of the old Sepultura stuff, I would assume, because it says Chaos AD, rather than them actually playing Cavalera Conspiracy tracks. Right. So when we find that information out, we'll know. I'm sure other people know it, but on the face of it, I'm just a bit confused. Either way, fucking awesome. I had my fingers crossed for Soulfly, because Soulfly's new album is absolutely fucking amazing. So I really had my fingers crossed for Soulfly, but there's probably a possibility that, you know, they might get added later, or they might get added possibly as a one-off to Bloodstock or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would be excited about that, to see it. And next to that is another one of my favourite bands of all time, Static X, who were excellent at Bloodstock. I don't think the sound was as good as it could be for Static X. So if Download get that right, holy shit, people are going to go crazy for this band. I've seen some of their... they played some of the big stages in Europe this summer, and some of the videos are absolutely amazing, with the whole crowd just going mental and singing all the songs. And it's such a cool thing to see that Wayne Static isn't even here and the band are just as big as they were before. It's just it's so cool to see how well they're doing. It's just amazing as a fan of Static X. And like I said before, their last two albums that have had Wayne Static vocals, also backed up by Zero vocals, are probably two of their best albums, which is just mind-blowing that they've been able to do that and keep the longevity of the band going. So how do you feel about Static X? We done that Static X album recently that you didn't like that much, but I don't know about if any of the big Static X tracks reached you, because at the time they were probably one of the biggest. Yeah,
I was never that keen on Static X. Static X, not even the singles.
Wow, so. Okay, that's surprising. Just because they were on heavy rotation and everything, I'm just surprised that one of them didn't indent itself into your brain.
Yeah, I don't really know why. Just it never did.
Okay, that's fair. And moving swiftly on to Blood Incantation, and I know for a fact that when that was announced, Ben Chids was sticking a dildo up his arse. Because he fucking loves this band. So, again, this is a band that have everything I should like. They are a prog metal band that makes weird, complicated, sometimes dreamy music. And because Ben liked it, me and Ben are very similar in a lot of ways when it comes to bands. Bands flow between me and Ben. I tell him about a band he likes them. He tells me about a band I like them. But I didn't like them that much on my first listen to their album, and I haven't been back to it since. So I'm due a re-listen of that massive Blood Incantation album that everyone loves, but me apparently, even though I'm a big prog metal guy. So yeah, I'll get back to you on that one. But yeah, technically, absolutely stonking, and to have Mastodon and Blood Incantation on there is very, very good for the prog people.
Yeah, I out of this whole slot, I guess, of logo bands, Blood Incantation is the only one I'd never heard of. No idea who they are. But generally, I know probably about 70 to 80% of this lineup. Could be because some of these bands played the last few years, and we know about them for the podcast. But I'm sure there was one year, the announcement, I was like, I know 30%. It was the opposite. I only knew about 30% of the bands, and the rest of them I'd never heard of. So yeah, either Download are getting better bands or more well-known bands, or I'm getting better at knowing bands. So
I think that's it. You've since, like we said, since we've been doing this podcast and we've been delving into so much of metal music throughout all of the rosters and genres, you're just more aware of stuff that's happening. You're more aware of who's who, what they do, what they sound like. We're talking about this music constantly for the last 3 or 4 years. So I think it's that more
probably
than anything else. You're more ingrained in what's happening in rock and metal, which means you're going to know a lot of these bands.
Yeah, cool. So that was, I think you're right there. So that was all of the logo bands. Above them, all headliners UK exclusives. That's cool. I don't think that is as big a pull as they think it is. Nobody cares. But anyway,
I don't think the poster even needed that bit on it.
no.
I think just these bands needed to be. I don't even think it needed to say all headliners UK exclusive. I think they could have just got rid of that bit entirely, and I don't think it would have missed a beat.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why they got that on there. I really don't. But yeah, okay. Let's start with the first one, Limp Bizkit. Exciting. I think they're going to pull it out of the bag. A lot of people are saying, they don't have enough tracks to do a full set.
Fuck, are you saying that?
Everyone.
It's a load of
it's
shit.
Bullshit. They don't have enough songs that you like because you don't listen to the album tracks or whatever. I don't know. They got so many songs. Are they going to play any sort of deep cut album tracks? Maybe. I don't know if they would. Do you think they would?
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed their new album will be out as well. So they'll have even more songs to back up the already older songs. I mean, Limp Bizkit have got. I mean, they're one of those bands. They'll play an album track and everyone will know it.
Yeah,
it's one of those. I mean,
that's my thoughts on it.
You got to think about Significant Other and Chocolate Starfish were legitimately two of the biggest albums on the planet when they came out. I mean, it's sometimes hard to escape some of those songs, even the ones that not maybe everyone would know, but people would probably recognise. So it's probably Limp Bizkit sort of casual fans that would probably be saying that, whereas the people that listen to the Bizkit albums would probably say, well, there's more than enough stuff on these albums to go. And I think people also forget how many albums they actually have.
Yeah.
Some people out there probably go, well, the only albums in the top listens are Chocolate Starfish and Significant Other. Yeah, well, they do have like 4 or 5 other albums, which did have big hits from, just not as big as the biggest hits that they've got. So yeah, Limp Bizkit have more than enough songs to cover a good. They could cover a 2-hour set with the amount of songs that they've got. They probably won't have that long, but as long as they don't play break stuff twice, it will be a good set.
Yeah,
because they don't need to do that. They don't need to do that. And there is a couple of covers that they quite like doing as well, which I think, and a headline set, they should probably do a couple of them as full covers rather than just. They'll always do their little medley bits because that's just part of their. That's been part of their set since like 1999. Yeah. But they got a couple of really good, solid actual covers that could probably do with a dusting off and playing all the way through, I think. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I completely agree with everything you said there. I think it's going to go down fine. They are worthy.
Yes,
it's going to be good.
Yeah. So Korn set the bar now. That's it. Now Korn have headlined. Your Biscuits can headline. It's an open door policy when it comes to big bands of the 90s and 2000s. It's a pure open door policy. If you're big enough, come and headline this festival.
Yeah.
There's no issues with it. That crowd will be going mad. It's going to be a great way to end that Friday night, to kick off everyone's evening. Everyone going crazy to Biscuit. It will be a little bit more emotional because of the passing of Sam Rivers.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll do something for that. So that will add a little bit more emotion to everyone that night. So yeah, I think everyone should be buzzing for Limp Bizkit. Obviously, you're always going to have the haters that hate Limp Bizkit. You're more, I don't want to say metal gatekeepers, but you're more metal people that have always hated Limp Bizkit. You kind of Coldplay effect with Limp Bizkit sometimes, where people just hear break stuff and then they don't like Limp Bizkit, but they actually do more than that. You've just got to listen to the albums.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be quite, on the surface, they can seem like quite a douchey band, but actually that's not the tale of Limp Bizkit at all. You've just got to scratch the surface and go a little bit deeper, and there's some really good, deep, well sung, good stuff in there. So yeah, definitely.
Do you know what? I want to go and look at the set list for last year as well now, actually, and try and work out what songs that they have that he didn't play. Obviously not now, but
loads, quite a few. Yeah, quite a few. Definitely.
That will be something for our episodes where we do about all of these guys. We'll do an episode for each headliner at the beginning of next year, probably. That's when we normally do those episodes.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm going to do that. Definitely going to do that. People remind me. Get in the Discord at Christmas time. Go, Adam, remember to do this. Thank you, guys. Next headliner, which is an odd one because they're not playing anywhere else. And it's Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of knew and guessed, but also we thought it's the wild card of the lineup because, like you say, they're not playing anywhere else. some things maybe might pop up now that they're playing in Europe or they're playing wherever. But yeah, as much as music they have that's good and as much of music they have that's mediocre, somehow they're still one of the biggest bands on the planet. Even though they've got a douchey child as their lead singer.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how this band has had so much longevity, and bands like Puddle of Mud have just faded away into nothingness when the two singers are almost comparable. It's just weird. It's just weird to me. It's weird. It's just weird. It's very odd. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some Guns N' Roses songs that I really like. I can only think of a handful of songs that I think are good. After that, I don't think they've done anything really of merit for me personally. But yeah, it's Guns N' Roses, and no matter what people say about them, they draw a big crowd of people because a lot of people like Guns N' Roses. So no matter how bad they might be on stage, there will be your hardcore Guns N' Roses fans that will stand at the stage and love every single second of it. And yeah, more power to you. If you like Guns N' Roses and you're going to have a good time, go for it. No one is stopping you. And I will not take that away from anyone that wants to enjoy them, but I would not be watching them.
Yeah. Okay. I'm torn. I'm torn with Guns N' Roses because, I thought they were really, really good in 2018. Kelly didn't. We had a conversation about it the other night, and she was like, yes, but you were wasted on God knows how many bottles of wine, which I was. I was very, very drunk that night. So that could have been why I thought they were amazing.
Hold on a minute. Who drinks wine at a festival, first of all? That's just a bad... You must have felt terrible the next day.
Yeah, well, it was 2018, wasn't it? I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I met up with my mate Jacob. But yeah, I just met with him. He's like, yeah, I got this wine. So we went down the front. We were sharing his wine. I was like, I want one of them. So we walked all the way to the back to buy me a bottle of wine. It was 26 quid at the time. Or 24. I think it was 24 quid.
My God. Because
the year after, when we were getting our the loyalty scheme money, I was like, right, that's 50 quid. That's 2 bottles of wine I'm going to get with that money. Which is ridiculous. 2 bottles of 50 quid.
That's great.
But yeah, we got anyway. Get back to Guns N' Roses. We were very drunk, but I really enjoyed it. But I think he sounded better then than he does now. Now I know he doesn't sound great. A lot of people are saying it's a great experience anyway, people who have seen them recently. So yeah, I don't know how it's going to go. I think I'm going to enjoy it, but I don't know, if I'm honest.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Like I said, people go enjoy yourself at Guns N' Roses. Go and enjoy it. Hopefully you don't get a ranty, moody Axl Rose that will spoil it for you all. Hopefully it's a Axl Rose that just wants to put on a show and everyone enjoys it.
Yeah.
Because we've seen those kind of things at Download before, and
we have.
It doesn't make for a good atmosphere. So yeah.
No, and he's been throwing his toys out of the pram again recently, hasn't he? So we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's difficult to want to comment on. And the final headliner on the Sunday night is Linkin Park. Much like how Guns N' Roses, I don't know how this conversation is going to go.
Well, it's going to go fine. I mean. I've spoken about this a lot, about this iteration of Linkin Park. It's not for me. It's not what I like. It's not what I want. For me, they ended in 2017. But like I said before, a lot of people that listen to Linkin Park never saw Linkin Park. They never saw them as a functioning band. They never saw them, live or anything. So it's Linkin Park for a new generation. I'm not going to take that away from anyone. I can diss it as much as I want, but people are still going to like it. Would I be watching? No. I will be going home before Linkin Park even start on the Sunday. So, that's
talking
just the
about
way
throwing toys out the pram.
But that's the way it is. I have zero interest of it. When you've closed the door on something, you don't want to go back to it. It's kind of like going back to an ex-girlfriend once you've finished with them.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back to it if you don't. And some people that enjoyed the last iteration of Linkin Park love this iteration. Some people like this iteration better than they did the last one. And it's all about perception and what you like. And it's just not for me, unfortunately. So I've said this a lot about bands on here, but even though I don't like it, it's a good draw for Download.
Yeah.
It makes sense for them to play. They're playing everywhere else. They're a huge band at the moment. The young people really like it. They never got to see Linkin Park the first time, and they will be watching in floods, and it will make the festival money. So that's all I care about, really, if I'm not going to enjoy it. Just that it's good for the festival. It brings people in. Excellent.
Yeah. That's a nice way to put it. I think I'm going to really enjoy it. I really liked a couple of their songs from the latest album. I've said loads of times on here, I did not care for Linkin Park after Meteora. I really didn't. I didn't like any of the singles, not a single one. And it sparked something again when they came back recently. And I really enjoy it, so I would enjoy seeing them. Could be partly because I didn't see them in 2014 when I could have, and then I obviously never got to see them again after that. There could be lots of reasons for it, but the fact is I like their music. So, I think I'll enjoy it. Like I said, it's I understand if people are not too keen. I won't accuse you of being sexist again this time. I have that conversation playing in a loop in my head sometimes. Like, why did I say that? Why did I say it like that? I didn't mean to say that. But that's just how it came out.
They could have Bruce Dickinson on vocals. I still wouldn't like it.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. Another thing to bring up at this point is it is the first band with a female lead singer to headline Download. Do you consider it to be genuine?
But not really. It is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Because her songs didn't get Linkin Park to headline status.
Yeah.
So, although that is correct, I wouldn't say it's the one done off of a female's fronted band's back.
Yeah.
So I would say yes and no at the same time.
Yeah, and I would say the same thing. Not to take anything away from Emily, because I obviously what she's doing is great, but also it's kind of I don't want to say unfair, but if you think of all the other female fronted bands that are trying to get there, and then a female just joins a male band, or joins a band that was, like you said, started with a male singer, got to that level of fame, and then she joined. So it's not to take anything away. I don't mean it in a bad thing. So I don't think
it does take a bit away though, because I think it only counts if the band started with a female vocalist and earned that spot.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because I don't want it to count for Linkin Park, but because I'm hoping there is a band that do that, a female fronted band who do that and get big enough on their own backs, like you said, and get to that level, because that would be amazing if they do.
I can't see one at the moment.
There is
one day it may happen.
Yeah, there's only one possible instance that I would agree that.
Oh yes. I already know what you're going to say.
There's one possible instance that I would agree that Linkin Park is the first female-fronted headliner of Download. As if I was having a conversation with Courtney LaPlante, say yes, someone beat you to it, you twat.
Okay, that's not I didn't think that's where you were going.
I don't like her. So I'd like to rub it in.
I thought you were going to say there's only one female-fronted band big enough to headline Download.
Go on.
Which would be Paramore.
They're not anymore though.
Oh, they could headline Download.
They couldn't headline 100%. Download. What are you on about, man?
Well, we'll have to disagree on that. I think you're underestimating how big they are, what the flow of bands is going to be like over the next couple of years of Download.
Yeah. No, I think you are right. I think they could. I don't think they should, but I think,
dude, if Queens of the Stone Age can headline Download, Paramore can headline Download.
But they were, I don't know, I didn't follow them that much, but I think they were at their biggest after Riot. No, maybe after that. The first couple of albums were incredible, and they were at their most popular, I think. And they've only gone sort of downhill from then. But they've played since those first two albums were out. So if they were to headline, they should have played at that point and not 20 years later. I don't know.
I get what you mean. Yeah. But just for context, Iron Maiden has like 5 million monthly listeners.
Yeah.
Paramore have 31 million monthly listeners.
Oh, but 30 million of those people only listen to that one song. I played it in college. Misery Business. One million listen to the rest of their music. Come on.
They could just play their top 10 tracks on Spotify and headline download.
Yeah.
100%.
Cool. Yeah,
I mean,
just being a little bit of a dick at the minute. I
know you are. You're being
from.
facetious a little bit, but I think that bands like Paramore of that ilk and that sort of era will be coming to be headliners of download within the next 4 or 5 years. The old guard is, well, as you can see by these download lineups, slowly fading away, and those sort of bands are in the next crop. So yeah, I think start to get used to bands like Paramore headlining download. Yeah,
I mean, to be honest, if you asked me that 4 or 5 years ago, I would have said exactly the same. It was like, yeah, Paramore, absolute headline-worthy band. But now I've started to analyse things a bit more and understand a bit more. I'm thinking, I don't think they should, but I do agree they are at that level.
That's
still.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah.
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 And if they did, I would enjoy it. I would. Definitely. Anyway. There was something else I was going to bring up after Linkin Park. I don't remember what. Oh yes. Are we finished talking about Linkin Park? Do you want to say any more about that, or on any of the headliners in general?
No, I mean, all I want to say is, for me, that's not a good set of headliners. If you'd have put this set of headliners up 15 years ago, this may have been one of the biggest festival headline 3 bands you could have got ever. Unfortunately, it's 15 years too late. I know all these bands are still huge bands, but I mean, like, within the consciousness of sort of just general music, my God, if you'd have booked this 15 years ago, wowzer. But it is what it is, and these sorts of bands are having their second wins, and they're all huge bands, they're all big draws, and they're all going to do quite well. So yeah, even though for me it's not tickling my fancy as much as some other recent lineups, it's going to do well, and that's all that matters, really.
Yeah, I get what you mean, and I think a similar thing with Limp Bizkit, I guess, to what I just said about Paramore. Their Green album, Results May Vary, that was probably when they started to go downhill a little bit, and that was, do you know when that was released? Off the top of your head? 2003. That was over 20 years ago. So again, if they're headlining now, they should have headlined then, because what they've done in that time...
They nearly did. They nearly did.
Yeah, to be fair, they did. But yeah,
they nearly
what
did,
they've done in that time hasn't really added to their legacy that much, I don't think. Just time. Time has added to their legacy, and that's it.
Time has added to their legacy. I think there's been a couple of bits in there that have added to it. I don't think everything's added to it, but there are definitely a couple of bits in there that have.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. And anyway, Guns N' Roses, yes, always going to be a huge headlining band. It's just his voice. I think people, if his voice was spot on, I think a lot more people would be on board with them. But I don't know. I can't talk for everyone. I still am not sure. And Linkin Park, yeah. But yeah, 15 years ago, this would have been incredible. Yeah. Not many of these. It's the same story for all of these. Like I've just said about Limp Bizkit. Guns N' Roses haven't done that much since the big albums in the 80s. Linkin Park haven't done. I can't say that. I didn't follow Linkin Park, but yeah, very similar for all of these over the last.
Linkin Park just steadily got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I don't know. That was a good chat, good conversation. I enjoyed that. There's one more huge bit of huge thing we need to talk about. Yeah, so I think, like we said earlier briefly, this lineup has got everything on it. A little bit of everything.
Yes.
There's genres that neither of us are that particularly keen on, and there's bands in here for them. It's going to be interesting listening to all of these, and I am really happy with it. Loads of bands I want to see.
Yeah, but I mean, there's loads of good stuff in there. Like I said, on the surface, it's a for me. But there is loads of little gems in there that get me excited.
Yeah. Cool. And so there is one last huge thing we need to talk about. I don't know how huge it is. But there was an interview with one Mr. Cameron Hack. he talked about a curveball. So he said about, like you said earlier, 2027, they are just discussing a band that have never ever played before. He didn't say they are definitely playing. They're talking with them.
No.
Which is interesting.
Talking with someone who's never played Download. So, I know that's intriguing. I like the way that they're setting that up early to say, look, we're chatting to someone that's never played here before, so it could be a big deal. I kind of like that, but being a bit vague about it at the same time.
Yeah. He's also said there's going to be a curveball thrown in for Download for the main arena. There's lots of speculation of what it could be. Have you thought about that at all? Had any thoughts on it? Got any ideas?
None whatsoever. I haven't even really thought about it, if I'm honest. I know a lot of people have done some detective work and saying it's going to be this and that. And some people have said Prodigy. Well, that's not left wing for Download. They've played loads of times.
Yeah. I think
Prodigy is not a left-wing band for that. It's not like going out of Download's wheelhouse whatsoever. I mean, Pendulum are playing already, and Prodigy have played Download 5 or 6 times now. So that's not a curveball for Download at all. So I don't think the Prodigy is a good guess at all.
No, I think the curveball bit could mean. Not the band itself, but some people have been speculating that they're going to open the arena on the Thursday night. People have said all Thursday, but it won't be all Thursday. But similar to what Bloodstock have done, they've added 3 or 4 bands for the Thursday.
Yeah.
It could possibly be that Download are going to be opening the arena for just 3 bands on the main stage, or one even. One band, AC/DC, have said we want to play, but nobody else on that day can play. So they're going, we have to do Thursday then. Well, fuck it. It absolutely could be that, I think, because I don't know if it's enough to go on, but people have pointed out that the dates are wrong. They normally only put the dates of the music days, the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This year they've got the 10th to the 14th, which is, next year. I'm assuming, is it the Wednesday to the Sunday, or is it the Thursday? Let me check. On the poster. Oh, yeah, you see at the bottom of the poster here. 10th. Yeah, the 10th to the 14th, which is the Wednesday to the Sunday, which is odd for them, but it could be nothing.
It could just be that they want people to know that the festival goes on for 5 days, but 3 of those days are music. So I wouldn't really read into that one too much.
No, but other festivals are doing it, so maybe they are opening the arena for something on the Thursday night. Obviously, we had Venga Boys on the Thursday night last year, and the Doghouse was absolutely packed.
Yeah.
So maybe
they're putting something like that in the arena, in the main arena on the Thursday. So we'll see.
If anything,
interesting.
It would be second stage. Yeah. It wouldn't be anything on the main stage. I wouldn't walk away down there on the.
No, maybe not, or maybe even just on the Avalanche or something. I don't know what they're going to do. But
I think
not everyone turns up on the Wednesday and Thursday. So
no, but yeah. So people have pointed out that they've been selling 3-day tickets for this whole time. It'd be stupid to add extra bands on the Thursday or whatever. Maybe there's a push from above to get more people buying camping tickets. Who knows?
Yeah, I was just thinking it could be a ploy for people to get more camping tickets rather than just the weekend or the day ones.
Yeah,
maybe push a bit. I know that last year wasn't the best selling Download, so maybe they're thinking this year we should just shift as many tickets as we possibly can.
Yeah. So that's interesting. I don't know when we're going to get that information, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to the next lot of bands. I can't remember when they normally get the second lot. Is it February?
Yeah, it's like February, March time, around there.
Yeah.
You'll get it like 2 or 3 months before, isn't it? 3 months before, about there.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. How many? 4, 8, 12, 18, 19, 20. There's normally only 21 or 24 logo bands. Might be 24 actually, if I remember correctly. So we may get 3 more logo bands, but most of the bands we got, most of the bands that are going to be,
they're on there.
Yeah. So just the exciting thing of waiting, getting through winter finding out who else is playing, finding out who else is like what entertainment there's going to be in the dog out in the District X and etc. But yeah, we are go. We are ready.
We go. We await the next phase.
Yeah. Wonder if we're going to get more story. Probably.
More law. More law. More law. More law.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. Is there anything else you wanted to say on the lineup at all? Cool. Perfect. Yeah. Excellent.
Now we end the show.
Now we end the show. Amazing. So yeah, we're gonna end it there. It's a nice, good long one. I like it when we do long ones. When we first started, I was like, we've rushed through loads of bands in about 15 minutes. This is going to be a short one, but no, it's a good one. So I hope you all enjoyed this one. We got to say a massive thank you to our Patreons: Duncan Scott, Joe Butler, Mike Ferris, Andy Taylor, Liam Hopwood, Tom West, Ethan Brown, Matthew, Chris Henderson, Scoot, Henry Richardson, Chris Hambridge, Alexander Toon, and James. All of you guys, absolute huge legends. Thank you so much for supporting us. We really appreciate every penny we get, and every penny we get goes back into the podcast. Thank you, all you massive legends. We have to go. Simon, do you want to plug your YouTube?
Yes, the YouTube is going very well. I hit that 7K, which is just unbelievable. Now I'm like halfway to 7.5, so it's growing. I was having this conversation with Stu and a couple of other people. I'm very happy with what I'm doing. I'm happy everyone's watching, enjoying. It's just growing at a very steady rate. People are just more and more people are coming on board. I want to thank everyone for the really kind comments as well about the hair thing, because it's quite a big deal for me to talk about it. But yeah, so big up everyone that commented and messaged and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, like it's just growing at such a great rate. So I'm very, very happy with what's happening at the moment. And I'm sure at some point, we will get to 10K and I'll be a very, very, very happy man. But yeah, I'm just very happy with it at the moment. And it's making me want to write very good videos. So yeah,
nice.
I'm excited, basically.
What do you get at 10K? Do you get like a little silver plaque or anything like that? Is it some kind of plaque they send you?
It used to be at 10K you get a framed, like, it's basically a paper plaque with a tiny little play button.
Okay.
But I don't know if they do that at 10K anymore. And then the next one was 50 and then 100. So they ramped up quite a lot. But I'll have to Google if you get anything at 10K, which I'm not sure if you do anymore, unfortunately, because maybe there's just so many channels hitting 10K.
Yeah.
But if we do hit 10K, I'm going to get something made to commemorate it and put it on the wall anyway.
Okay,
so
cool.
Either way, there will be something to for the accomplishment.
Yeah, nice.
But I'm a bit off that yet. I'm just talking about possibly in the future.
Yeah, cool. I haven't done this for a couple of episodes, so I'm going to plug my own stuff as well. We haven't properly started yet, and we've had a couple of spanners thrown in the works, even as soon as last night. But yeah, I'm going to be starting a YouTube Let's Play D&D channel with Kieran from Dippy Donuters, Sean Schofield, and Luke, a guy I work with. We've done some practice sessions. It went so well. They were all really happy with what we did. So yeah, just waiting on a few things. We should be doing our very first session in about 2 weeks. Yeah, we're hoping to have it fully edited and everything by mid-December, and then actually put it out early to mid-January now. So it keeps getting pushed back, but I think once it starts, it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be so fun. I've just got so many ideas in my head, parodies and everything. If you like D&D,
from what you've told me, from what I've seen, the little snippets that Adam has showed me, how hard he's been working on it. Honestly, it's going to be amazing. Like I'm literally buzzing for it. It's going to be really, really good. He's putting a lot of work into this, so I think it will come up. People might have to wait a little while, like you said, to build up the episodes. But once the train starts rolling, yeah, I honestly, dude, I'm really excited. I'm sure a lot of other people are as well.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, man. But yeah, it's going to be... Oh, I don't want to give too much away. You have to wait. Excellent. But we've got to go. So that's it for this episode. So it's a goodbye from Simon.
Goodbye.
And a goodbye from me. Goodbye.